Hallo Leute, ich bin Meg, ich mache ein Auslandsjahr in Österreich und ihr seid Deutsch für euch.
Dear Jesus, Katja, what on earth was that? That, dear ladies and gentlemen, was the bane of every German's existence. The squirrel. Not because we consider them vermin like many Americans do, they're actually rare enough in Germany for us to find them quite cute. The squirrels, I mean. Americans are everywhere. And not that cute. So why then? Why bring up our furry little friends? Well, it is a commonly accepted truth in the English-speaking world and therefore most of the internet that no living German is in fact capable of correctly pronouncing the word squirrel. Instead, most of the time we end up producing something along the lines of this. Squirrel, 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 squirrel. No, wait. Wrong language. So first of all, of course, I have to bust the myth. It is entirely physically possible for a native German speaker to correctly pronounce this word. Squirrel. It is, however, true that it is very, very difficult to get there with a German tongue, if we want to call it that. Even more difficult than for many other native speakers, although it is generally a very hard word to pronounce if you're not an English native speaker, because this specific combination of letters is just very sucky when you're a native German speaker. So what's so hard about it for us? Well, the beginning's easy enough. Squirrel. Nothing hard about that except for maybe the English W, but most Germans don't have a problem with that because we practice it pretty early on. So squirrel is usually not what trips us up. The devil is in that second syllable, rural. In case you haven't noticed, the pronounced version of the word squirrel actually only contains one very demure vowel, the middle I. The E at the end is pretty much muted, leaving us with a syllable that consists only of the English r, which is troubling enough for many Germans as it is, and a dark L, which is another sound many Germans struggle with because it is not very close to our L at all. So put them together and you get a perfect catastrophe. Our tongues just won't let us get past the R if we even get that far. One thing that can help with this is the awareness that we are in fact dealing with a two-syllable word and not with a single-syllable word, which is something that many Germans intuitively think about this when trying to reproduce it. So it's squirrel, not squirrel. So basically we tend to rush ourselves with the second syllable, partly because we're scared of mispronouncing it anyway, and partly because we feel like it isn't really a syllable. So that's it, dear Germans. Say squirrel. Squirrel. Take your time and practice, because practice is what usually will help with this stuff. And if it doesn't, whatever. It's not like any English native speaker will ever correctly pronounce the German word for squirrel. Eichhörnchen. Go ahead. Have fun with that. No extra random word of the week this week. Instead, I want you to actually practice pronouncing Eichhörnchen. Eichhörnchen, Eichhörnchen, Eichhörnchen. Also guys, if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on there. It's linked in the description. I've actually been relatively active on there for a few weeks, so you might be missing out on some stuff. And that's it. Bis nächste Woche. Tschüss! Ragrammeflöte, 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 Ragrammeflöte. Damn it.